All right. Let me just put some of this away. Oh no, you know what? How do you guys like my house so far? I changed it up. Check it out. That's not gonna stay there in the corner. That light, I don't like it. Doesn't go with it. Like, as a matter of fact, let's take it off. You can see like what I'm trying to go for. Here we go. Store that. You see, it's got this nice aquatic blue light to it now. And let me show you downstairs. And then this is like, I don't know about, I'm gonna leave that Bedalalabalabun one there, but it kind of looks cool there. I like it. And then we got these windows here. Go downstairs. Very dangerous because I could slip on the stairs right there if any of that water got on, but whatever. Got these windows. I don't know about that elegant repair node. I may, if I keep it, I may design something around it so it looks okay. And then I'm gonna probably put like 2 tier 4 aquariums, one on this side, one on this side, in these corners, and then like in the middle of them, like diversify the sizes. Maybe like 1 tier 3, couple tier 2s, you know, and then maybe put like some of those waterfall ones behind that with a crap ton of plants like right in front. You know what I mean? But anyways, we're not here for a house tour. We're here to continue the MSQ. We are continuing on the next patch. What patch is that? We're going on to patch 3.2, the Gears of Change, and we finished As Goes Light, So Goes Darkness on the previous one, on the previous MSQ. So yeah, we were finishing talks with the dragons to see if the Ishgardians can, you know, like have peace, you know. So who was it? Vidofnir went to go talk to Hraesvelgr, and I think they said like, I will talk to you guys, but I vaguely remember. So let's go back. We gotta go to, where do we gotta go? Broccoli, where do we gotta go? As it once was. We gotta go here. Back to Foundation. Or actually Tataru. As it once was. Tataru is waiting to share good tidings with you and Alphino. Alphino, Olivia, I've been looking all over for you. We've received news regarding Flamin, Hori Boulder, and Colt Tenet. Really? Has something happened? No, it's nothing bad. Quite the opposite. In fact, it seems that once they learned the Scions' good name had been restored, they boarded the next ship bound for Limsa Lominsa. They should be arriving any moment now. It's easy to forget how useful link pearls are, isn't it? When they work, I mean. And you don't mind being spied on? Quite. But wonderful news. To think that our reunion is close at hand. Aye. Oh yeah, also Thancred came back to us. A pleasure to see you too, Alphino. Ah, Thancred and Kryl. What brings the two of you here? Kryl and I have been looking into how we might track down Minfilia. And we may just have found the answer. Surprise! Olivia, when you were fleeing Uldar with Minfilia, you said that Hydaelyn spoke to her shortly before you parted ways, yes? Well, assuming that is true, and I see no reason to suspect that it is not, it seems reasonable to conclude that Hydaelyn commanded her to remain behind. That is to say, the Mother Crystal directly interceded to guide Minfilia. Admittedly, this is all still quite hypothetical, but I propose that such intervention, however subtle... Ah, darn it, I clicked X. Blah, 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 blah. In order to establish the existence of such ripples, of course, we will require suitable data. Fortunately, I know where such data can be found. The battleground where Olivia felled the Ultima weapon, and the site of my personal ignominy. 'Twas there that Hydaelyn intervened to shield her from the magic I invoked. Kryl and I will infiltrate the castrum and analyze the ether therein. The two of you? Alone? I mean, they could probably solo it. They probably leveled up enough. I have a proven knack of subterfuge, and I am confident there will be sufficient nooks and crannies in which to hide Kryl while the patrol pass. Besides, if you and Olivia come along, who will see to Flahaman's grand homecoming? You were quite right. When you put it like that, very well, I will trust in your plan. I know not whether this data will yield a means to find him in Philia, but it will at very least eliminate another avenue of inquiry. Tataru and I will return to the Rising Stones and make preparations for our comrade's return. Might I impose upon you to meet them at the Lamincian docks? Stoic nod. Then I shall see the four of you at the Rising Stones. Safe travels. Go play pirate for a bit. Limsa. Flahaman. Lieutenant. Hoary Boulder. Look at you, you stout-looking fellow. Is that? By the gods, it is you. Well met, Olivia. Well met. Lieutenant, I'll be you. You've leveled up a few spells, haven't you? If it isn't Olivia Deadgarden. Really? You didn't have to come all this way just for us. And Flahaman. Beautiful as a flower, as always. Oh, Olivia. How have you been? Come here. Let me have a good look at you. I like those gloves she has on. Think the 12. One hears the strangest tales in foreign lands. I worried about you all every day. We would have sent word sooner, but the Braves afforded us no opportunity. When they fell upon us in the market, it was all we could do to escape. Tataru found her way to you, of course, but we were forced to seek shelter aboard a Hanish vessel. It pained us not being there when you needed us most, but we made the most of it, didn't we, Coltonet? Studied and trained from dusk till dawn, we did. See, I told you you leveled up. 2-year time skip over here, 3D2Y. We would have sent word sooner, but we knew not whom to trust, and with the vast distance. But those dark days are behind us at last. I shall be glad indeed to return home and speak with my daughter. Well, you see, your daughter is nowhere to be found, ma'am. She's missing? How could you let this happen? Dog, you do not know the circumstances. Forgive me. I am sure you are doing everything in your power to find her. As Thancred must be, he watched over her from the first, long before me, and will watch over her to the last. I shall pray for her safe return and busy myself in the meantime. For a certainty, there is much and more to be done. The Braves may have bloodied us, but the path remains, and we shall not be swayed from it.
Aye, that's the spirit. To the Scions, and a long overdue reunion. Huzzah!
Broccoli! Well, there you have it. To the Rising Stones. Alright, let's see if their infiltration is going well. Yes, it is. Sanji over here. So he lost an eye? That sucks, dude.
Well done, sir. And with that, I believe we are ready to proceed.
No, he didn't lose an eye,
about our
okay?
business then. The next patrol may not be so credulous.
I don't like his voice.
Why must you be so disappointingly brusque? You're not as cool as Minfilia described, you know. I don't think you favored me with so much as a single compliment since we set out. Tell me, did your time in the wilderness sap you of all your charm? Or are you holding it in reserve for your beloved?
This is neither the time nor the
This is
place.
a different color, though. Did he, like, get half of his life taken because he traveled the life force with why would I forget her name? Stola?
Well, call me old-fashioned, but when I'm risking life and limb infiltrating an Imperial castrum, I like to be sure of my comrades' motivations.
She got you there, bro.
I see now where Alphino gets it from. Minfilia is dear to me. It is true. But not in the way you think. 15 years passed, when she was still but a child. There was an incident at a parade. A Gubu broke free of its fetters and ran amok through the streets of Ul'dah. Had I been more attentive, I could have prevented it. But I was distracted, and her father was killed. I feared she would never recover. But in the years that followed, she showed herself to be more resilient than I had ever imagined. And when she learned of her gift, she did not flinch from the responsibility, but sought to guide others on the path. She touched the hearts of all around her. Mine, Louisoix, every scion's. In those dark days following the calamity, she was our guiding light, our hope for a brighter future. She had so many dreams, and I would give anything to make them come true.
My apologies. I can see she means the world to you. I did not mean to pick at old scars.
No harm done, I assure you.
Dude,
But fair is
Kryle's
fair,
an
lady.
asshole, dude.
What is Minfilia to you?
You mean you don't know? Only my dearest friend. When I finally emerged from my torpor, I learned that nary a day had passed without her asking after me. She never gave up hope. And neither will I.
Then for Minfilia's sake, let us pray that these vestiges of Hydaelyn's intervention will lead us to her.
That's a really big keypad. Like it's like boot, 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 boot. Rendezvous with Lahoman. Now where? So now we gotta go back on Donde. Speak with Lahoman at Revenant's Toll. Alright. Here we go. Feels good to be home again. To think that everyone is waiting for us just beyond those doors. Friends and family with whom we have shared so much. Gods help me, but the older I get, the more sentimental I become. Come, let us not keep them waiting. Arrgh. Come on, dude. Enough celebrating. Let's just walk in, please. Everyone's here. Nice, dude. And everyone's geared up. What? There's two? Nani? Who's not here? Hello, hello, hello. Oh, it's a guy. I've heard so much about. Well, I shall have to introduce myself. Alphino, and there you are at last. Thank the 12. Nothing like a homecoming to lift everyone's spirits. Thanks for bringing them back, Olivia. Elaine, for me, it fills my heart to joy to see you both hale and healthy. And what of Higiri? He is well, though abroad on mission at present. It just wasn't the same without you. Welcome back, my lady. Bloomwitter? Sorry with arguments is getting a bit carried away, but I suppose I can overlook it on this occasion. We could do with more of that around here. Heartfelt reunions with the stalwart companions brings the bloody tear to the eye. Everybody's home. Even homie. To secret oneself in a ship holds to secure safe passage to a faraway land. This is a tale we all know all too well. When they are all rested, I shall like to seek a formal introduction. Why wait, my friend? Come, there is no need to be shy. Pray grant me a moment longer at last. Though I am happy to oblige you, my legs are rather less accommodating. You just stood up, dude. Aranor, who are these? I don't... Oh, sure, Boulder.
Huzzah! He's returned. Together my brother and I shall serve the Scions to the breaking of the 8th dawn.
Hey, yo, what's up, Anor? Oh, my. Decisions. You're telling me. All right. Hurry, Boulder. You had a brother?
Oh, sure. What in the 7 hells drove my little brother to come to Mordona?
Why, you, brother. You and the Scions, of course. For 1,000 days I trained that I might grow as strong as you, that I might fight alongside you. Yet now that you are here, I sense that you have surpassed me once more.
No, do not tell me. You trained with Hainish, did you not? Your eyes do not deceive, brother. I have studied the trials of the braves, and dug deep at the souls of mine enemies.
Does that mean he has a zodiac weapon? Glad though I am to be home, I cannot help but think of those who have yet to return. Once we have settled in, I would join the search. Nice, dude. Everybody's home. Even Clemens. Everybody remembers Clemens. First Osher, now Hori. A passing fancy I could suffer, but this, she's hopeless. Utterly hopeless. Oh, talking about Anor? Yeah, she a hoe. Alright, Tataru, everybody's home. Good to see the Rising Stones back in healthy conditions. Too long. 'Twas the chaos born of my foolish ambition which forced them to flee. Though they are returned, there are others yet missing, others whom we cannot forsake. We'll find them, Alphino. I know we will. Minfilia, Ida, Papalino, every last one. And when they walk through those doors, we'll be here to welcome them home. With me at the head of the queue, of course. Taru's gonna bring everybody together by the end of Walker. Let's see, steamed staff, sesame cookie. Well, since I'm doing melee, I'm gonna do that staff. It'll all be like it was. Just you wait and see. All right, Alphino, what's next? The word of the mother. Ooh, I get a Poro Rogo. Alphino is eager to return to the search for Minfilia. Thancred and Cryo contacted us a short while ago. It would seem that their foray into Castrum Meridianum bore fruit. They asked that we'd rendezvous with them in the Stola in Idleshire, where they will share their findings. Rude though it is to depart without speaking to the guest of honor, I expect she will forgive me if I return with her daughter. True. True. Oh, it's Flahaman, by the way. Enchanting as ever, I trust. I shall have to pay my respects when time allows. Ishtola, good to see you. Hale and healthy. No, hale and whole. 'Twas rather less than I had hoped, though mayhap I asked too much. My apologies. I see I am the last to arrive. So, what news have you for us? Well, as we postulated, there were indeed what appeared to be the remnants of an unexplained disturbance in the ether at the scene of the Ultima weapon's destruction. A ripple at odds with the presiding pattern. Though faint, the waveforms bore a strong resemblance to those observed following the destruction of the Isle of Val, when I believe Heidelin shielded me with the blessing of light. To confirm our findings, we paid a visit to the Silde aqueducts. There we detected the same waveform, but others of magnitude larger, as one would expect of a more recent disturbance. Heidelin. There is no other explanation. But there is more. When I studied the site where Ishtola used flow, it appeared that not 2 but 3 beings have been affected. Yet unlike Ishtola and Thankli, there was no trail to follow. Our unknown third party was simply there, and then not there. Now, recall your visions of a vast crystal floating in the sea of ether. Though this too is but a theory, studies of gifted subjects suggest that, when communing with Heidelin, we briefly leave our bodies behind. So let us consider the facts. 1. Heidelin interceded. 2. A third being was caught in Ishtola's flow and vanished without a trace. And 3. Heidelin may have the capacity to summon the consciousness of gifted individuals to her side. You're implying, I take it, that Heidelin guided Minfilia into the compass of my magic, that she might summon her body and soul unto the ethereal sea. In which case we must needs continue our search there for a blessing. The means to do so already exists. I speak of the Anti-Tower, a Sharlayan constructed conceived to provide scholars a vantage point over the ethereal sea. Though I know not where its entrance lies, we need only ask its last custodian, a contrary old crone who, for another blessing, refused to join the Exodus. Master Matoya was the keeper of the Anti-Tower? I had no idea. Then our concourse is clear. We must petition her aid once again. Matoya's just like, oh, you buggy little kids. Always asking me for things. Yo, Matoya is just a boss. You know, back, like, I used to always play Final Fantasy 1 on the GBA, and I don't know, I just always thought Matoya was super cool. Like, she was just over there in her own little witch cave with her brooms, with her cool ass music. Like, all right, yes, here's the key. I've been holding it for years for all these warriors of light. It's cool to see her, like, utilized here. Same thing, off in the distance. No, like, where no one goes. And like, they did her music, like, super good. Wait, do I get to buy her music here? Oh, yes, dude. Why don't I have it? There you go.
Oh, what a surprise. Well, what secrets have you come to extract from me this time?
Though it pains me to admit it, your words strike close to the mark. We humbly ask that you grant us entry to the Anti-Tower, that we might use it to seek a friend who we believe has been transported to the ethereal sea.
And who told you I could do such a thing, I wonder?
It was I, Master.
That's how it was abandoned to its magical keepers 15 years ago. I have the run of the place now. If that is no deterrent to you, then by all means.
That is all? I felt sure you would seek to dissuade us from our course, given your role as custodian.
Role? Hardly. The Forum foisted the title on me. During the Exodus, every entrance to the Anti-Tower was sealed, save one.
Oh, the one that says no enroll.
My role consists of making sure no one with ill intent sneaks through it. Such was the Forum's final order to me.
Well, I can remove the ward right now.
Will you be going or not?
We will, Master Matoya. We will do whatever it takes to find Minfilia.
We'll see about that. You Baldessian girl, just staying here with me. I need your help to restore the wards to their original state. The rest of you can go, on the condition that you clean up the mess in the tower. If you encounter any unruly familiars, you're to tend to them. Those are my terms, and I'll hear no argument.
All right. Fine by us. Well, it appears the mistress has spoken. Lead the way, Olivia. Really? A dungeon right here? That's pretty cool. I want that frog. Long did I wonder what awaited beyond that door. Several times in my youth, I even tried to open it, but the wars were beyond my ability to dispel. All I earned for my efforts was a mountain of menial chores, and I had given up on ever satisfying my curiosity. I think that I'm about to step through the threshold after all these years. Whatever it takes, we will find Minfilia. Whatever it takes. The Anti-Tower is the sole reason a Sharlayan settlement existed in Eorzea. One cannot overstate the structure's importance. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure what you'll need to do once you reach the bottom, but you've always been so resourceful, so...
Fair warning, but the arcane entities in the tower are a troublesome lot. Try not to die in there.
Umatoy, always cold. All right, with my NPCs, let's go. I didn't read the disclaimer. That's pretty trippy, dude. Oh, it's upside down. Oh my gosh. All right. Word to your mother. What? How?
Hear, feel, think. Through time and space hast thou journeyed unto me, as I knew thou wouldst. We are the word of the Mother. We, who were once called Minfilia. Much time hath passed for thee since the bloody banquet, since I hearkened to her word. Mother, Hydaelyn guided me towards Y'shtola and Thancred, that I might be swept up in their flow and delivered unto the ethereal sea. There, adrift and alone, her voice silent once more, I prayed.
for those we have lost, for those we can yet save. To her I would make an offering. We speak now with one voice, one will, one word. Unto thee we bequeath the most precious of gifts, the truth which lieth at the heart of this world. Thus do we beseech thee once more. Hear, feel, think. Before there was life, in the depths of the ethereal sea, light and dark did once dwell as one. But the darkness coveted power, and the balance was broken. Thus was I forced to banish him unto the distant heavens, to forever remain apart, a moon bound. In sundering the star did we cry out, and the barriers twixt planes chanced to falter. Across 10 and 3 were we then divided, reflections of the source, each possessed of a shard. Zodiac longeth to be made whole. For his restoration, for his resurrection, his servants labor without cease. They seek to tear down the barriers which surround the source. Thus do they rejoice in their ardor, in your calamities, for each marks a rejoining. Seven times have they succeeded. 7 times hath the darkness grown stronger. 7 times have I failed. The Ascians cannot be suffered to continue. This is my final. The crystal's power is all but spent. With what remains, I will return you to the shore of the ethereal sea. Blessed children, go forth and seek. Seek.
You've had another vision, haven't you? Let us return to Master Matoya's cave. Everyone will wish to hear what you saw.
Still in one piece, are we? Well, did you learn anything?
the mother? I'm not sure I understand.
Nor am I. Cryle?
As unbelievable as it sounds, I see no reason to doubt her. The word's tale. No one was more sensitive to the will of Hydaelyn than Minfilia. And if Hydaelyn has grown so weak that she can barely make herself heard, it is not hard to see why Minfilia, having joined with her, might struggle to maintain her own form.
What? Why would she need to maintain her own form? Are you saying she's gone? But that cannot be! Not now. Not after all we have accomplished. We were meant to usher in the dawn's light together.
She threw herself on the fire to fuel your dawn's light, boy. You'll just have to usher it in on your own.
Must you be so ungentle?
Tell me about the Scions, boy.
The scions of the Seventh Dawn lay before Eorzea's salvation. Whenever the realm is threatened, be it by Primal, Ascian, Garlean, or any other, we take up arms in her defense, that all in Eorzea may live to see a brighter tomorrow.
And that's very noble of you. But in chasing after these lofty goals of yours, you seem to have lost sight of some basic truths. To win a war, you must be willing to do whatever it takes. To fight, to kill, and if necessary, to die. The path you've chosen is paved with the dead. Walk it with your eyes open, or not at all.
I know the truth of which you speak, and have from the first. If the Ascians will go to any length to resurrect their god, then we must needs be as committed to our cause, to unmask them and their schemes, and to crush them both utterly. Come, there is much to be done.
Yes, of course.
Thancred, wait! No, this is all wrong.
So, we just bore witness to Minfilia's corporeal form leaving this realm, or so we think it has. And our boy Alphino over here is pretty sad about it. So here we go. This war of ours, Alphino has reached a decision. I must ask that you not breathe a word of this to any of the others at the Rising Stones, especially Flahamin. I will brief Zataru on what we have learned, as well as Urianger. You may have insight into what the world told us. As for you, Olivia, after all you have done, I would say you have earned rest. But speaking of well-earned rewards, I received a missive from Sir Emeric while you were away. It would seem he is planning a ceremony of some sort and would like you to attend. He did not divulge the details, preferring instead you to explain in person. Mayhap you should pay him a visit. The Lord Commander.
I am on my way, my lord.
All right. What does the Lord Commander have to say?
A pleasure to see you again, my friend. I take it you received our invitation.
Aye.
Good, good. You of all people should be present. When the true brothers of the faith seized control of the vault, I feared the worst. Yet in adversity were we blessed with the promise of peace between man and dragon through Vidofnir's timely rescue of an innocent child. Timely, I say, so miraculous or providential might better describe the event. The gods themselves could not have devised a more fitting symbol of hope. Needless to say, we could scarce let such an opportunity pass us by. Which is why I set about making formal arrangements for a peace conference between our peoples. You and yours have done more to bring us together than any, and it is only right that you attend. But I confess that is not the only reason I would be glad to have you there.
Assassinations.
Given Nidhogg's implacable opposition to the peace, it is possible that he and his followers may attempt to disrupt proceedings, in which event your presence would be a comfort to all in attendance.
Of course.
Pray understand, I have no wish to invite the worm's ire. But if our fractured nation is to heal, if we are to move forward as a people united, then we must do whatever is necessary to bring about lasting change.
Whoa, hey. You need to, like, use cure on that stab wound, boy?
'Tis nothing. 'Tis nothing. Lucia cautioned me against giving vent to my passions, lest my wounds reopen.
Really? He's, like, talking so passionately that, like, oh, my God.
It has not been easy reaching out to our opponents in Ishgard, many of whom sympathized with the actions of the true brothers. But in so doing, we have limited the influence of the zealots. The people are ready, my friend. This conference must go ahead.
This conference.
Aye, Lord Commander. I changed my hair because I was supposed to get married.
Understand. The conference will take place on the border of Ishgardian and Dravanian territory in Falcon's Nest. Lucia is there seeing to the final preparations even as we speak. Pray join her at your earliest convenience. It would not do for the guest of honor to arrive late after all. Oh, and one more thing.
What, dude?
A drink. We should make time for one. Once the conference is concluded, I mean. By my reckoning, 'tis long overdue.
Why do I get, like, bad feelings from that statement, dude? Like, you know, why? Are you gonna die, bro? Is the Lord Commander safe? The Lord Commander said you'd come, Olivia. I am here. What is the meaning of this? Do you need bread? As you can see, preparations for the conference are proceeding apace. Mark well the curtain above. Ah, here we go. What are you looking at? Ah, it conceals a relief that will be unveiled during the conference. The Masons' Labor Day and night to see it finished on schedule. Sir Emir wanted a symbol which would endure long after this conference is concluded. I think he will be pleased with the result. It was not my war, but I made it mine, and to see it draw closer to a resolution fills me with a strange hope. His faith is infectious, is it not? His certainty that we can better that. Wait, what? His certainty that we can be better than we are. Forgive me, I am rambling. You must be tired from your journey. Go rest. I will not keep you. Thank you. I did not want to hear any more of what the hell you had to say, dude. Why did I even have to come talk to you? You had nothing to tell me but this flag thing. Staunch conviction. Lucia is concerned that you seem to be looking for something to do. If you would rather not take a rest, then why not take a walk around Falcon's Nest to make your presence known to the people and so forth. In addition to those who have come from far and wide to attend the ceremony, you may meet Lords Arterel and Elaine, who have graciously volunteered their services. They should be glad to see you. Now, if you would excuse me, I must needs return to my duties. Somebody was just whooping ass over there, those striking dummies. Promptu over there. I've already introduced myself to everybody here. Low-born youth. Do you know when everything's set to begin? I wasn't sure how many might come, so I thought it best to come early and find a spot with a great view. When I heard that Sir Merrick was planning to make a speech, I knew I couldn't miss it. I mean, the man risks his own neck to rescue those hostages. How often do we get heroes like that in this day and age? And he's more than a fighter, too. He's a thinker. He is. He's got plans to better our lives, to change things, and he'll do it by the fury. Me and my friends and family, we all believe he can do it. Wow, really believes in him. What about you, Roth? What do you think, Roth?
I hate the man. Bloody exciting, isn't it? Not just peace with the dragons, but with all them heretics besides. Don't misunderstand. We've all got a healthy fear of being bathed in dragon fire. That being said, the heretics did far more to hinder our efforts here in the past, so hearing that we're closing to a reconciliation comes as a great relief. It do.
And Redwald, have you seen any change?
I'm glad to say the rumors were true. Well met, Mistress Gordon, and fear not, I've no intention of begging your aid with this or that. Everything appears to be in order. My only lingering concern is that only the convictors might not have been informed of our plans. As I recall, Vidolfnia may pass directly over their encampment. The last thing we need is a glory-seeking nobleman attempting to slay a Dravanian ambassador to a peace conference.
Oh yeah, we gotta go tell him something. Highborn merchant. Wonder what he has under his sleeve.
What are you buying? How much has changed since we fought alongside each other in the vault?
If you had told me then that we would soon be hosting a peace conference, I would have thought you a naive fool. Yet here we are, preparing to make the fantasy a reality. Ha! And here I am, laboring to make it so. Aye. Lucier, Lord Otterell, if I may. Certainly, First Commander. How may I be of service? Some of the convictors are refusing to stand down. The majority were willing to do so, but a small party have instead pledged to engage any Dravanians bound for Falcon's Nest. Fury take me. They would defy Sir Merrick's commands? If they dare attack Vidolfnia, it will not come to that, but to see that it does, we must needs hasten to their encampment. They should be far more reluctant to oppose us were a Lord of House Forton present. I understand completely. Let us depart at once. But ere we do, I must ask, would you look after Amanda Lane while I am away? As you know, he has ever been an impulsive, changeable child. But recently, he seems to have been suffering from a bout of melancholy. I thought to lift his spirits by having him assist with guard duty, a simple but honorable charge, unlikely to expose him to danger given the presence of so many other knights. Alas, he has taken no interest, and I fear he may abandon his post in my absence. All I ask is that you keep an eye on him until I return, exhausting though that may be. Yeah, I guess I'll babysit. Thank you, my friend. I promise we will not be long. Stupid freaking convictors, really? They're not even that great. I had to help with all of their dragon hunts. I hunted all of their dragons. They didn't hunt one. All right, Madeline, what's got you so melancholy? Madeline is less than his usual effervescent self. I'm rather busy at the moment, old girl, guarding this tavern as it were. Oh, I see now. Alterel thought I might be a derelict in my duties, eh? The nerve of my brother to question my dedication. But since you are here, mayhap put you to proper use. The wasteland beyond the walls must be kept safe for travelers, yet I have been forbidden from leaving Falcon's Nest. It would do for you to esteem guests to be devoured by wolves. Oh no, yet that is precisely what will happen if we do not call the Roman acts. Your map, if I may. Right, there. Those are the points our scouts marked for patrol. I'll leave it to you, old girl. Come, Honoroy. Honoroy, yeah, I guess so. I must return to my rounds. Why did the screen just turn off like that? Oh dear, do be careful, my lady. I just gotta go destroy what? Some wolves? I'm gonna punch him right in the butt. Into the jejunum. Alright. Alpha Ghost Wolf. Some Sanji kicks real quick. Clack. Click, clack. Patty whack. I'm gonna give this dog his bone clap. Who's next? That reminds me, I got the newest relic. The newest relic from A Realm Reborn. My monk. I really like the colors on it. I should change it soon. Done. All right, Madeline, I'm done with your duties. Olivia de Garden, Wolf's Bane. Pleases me to inform you that I have completed my rounds and that all is well in Falcon's Nest. Oh, and there was a grizzled fellow looking for you. You know, the one who made the arsonist confess. Clever that. Thancred, was it? He was asking for you. Anyway, once I noticed the garish weapons he was sporting, I deemed it a waste to leave him be. I dispatched him to an area I neglected to mark on the map. Yes, this one. If you hurry, he might still be there. I dispatched him. Can you go do that for me, please? Fancy meeting you here, Olivia. Was fortunate I came when I did. Those two would not have fared well against the wolves on their own. The young lord wasted no time taking advantage of you, did he? And me, I suppose. Let us return to Falcon's Nest, then, and see what other thrilling tasks he may have for us. That's pretty cool. Honoroy! How wonderful you found Master Thancred. As ever, I could not help but fear the worst. Ah, it's always the younger one. Every time, without fail. What? And there they are, a pair of gallant heroes, if I ever saw them. Comrades in arms, reunited at last. By your selfless sacrifice, have you guaranteed the safety of our many guests? On behalf of Ishgard, I thank you both. And with that, there is naught left to do but to enjoy our well-earned respite. Let's see, let's get the max ether so I can just throw it away. Alright, for those we have lost. And Madeline seems rather pleased with himself. Oh, and this should be, of course, go without saying, but let's keep those last few favors between us, yes? Arterel wouldn't understand. Right then, the first floor of those barracks has been converted into a tavern for the duration of the conference. Why don't you go and have something to eat? For once, a suggestion with which I agree. Go on ahead, Olivia. I will join you anon. Where, right here? Boom! Bomb goes off. Like an actual bomb. It's just like, takes everyone, especially the chef.
Welcome, welcome. Find yourself an empty seat and I'll be with you in a moment.
That sounds like Tataru.
Cold out, innit? Here, a mug on the house. Let's get some colour back in them cheeks.
The house.
Those fighting horde out there. Those wolves came from every direction.
Freed food will be a bit longer than usual. We've got a lot of hungry folk to feed, what with the conference and all.
Right. No worries,
so
milady.
many people with cause to celebrate. To think there could be peace in our time, after all them years of fighting.
Aye.
When I heard about the conference, I knew I had to come. I knew I had to be here, to do my bit. My husband, he died fighting the dragons, you see. And here we are, about to break bread with them.
Aye.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You were right, mother. You look tired. Reckon you could do with a good long rest?
Dude.
You've done, I say, you've earned it.
She's part of the corruption. They don't want the dragons to unite with the...
Come on now, dude.
Sleep now. Sleep. Sleep and leave us to our affairs.
Is nobody else seeing this? The Lord Commander.
This was never your fight.
Shut up, dude. I'm gonna wake up right now. Watch.
My son. They told me he walks in Alone's halls. Him and the rest of his unit.
They told me the same.
The Fury. Helone.
I expect they think it's comforting. Every time I come, I cry. I cannot bear to remember, but to forget would be 1,000 times worse. Yet that is what they would have us do. Accept this truth for the sake of peace. Bury the past and look to the future. But he was my future. My flesh and blood. My heart.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't have another one, huh?
Is this it? We're the only ones with the courage to oppose this madness? Cowards, a lot of them. They think only of the prize, of the peace Sir Emmerich promises them. They know in their hearts it's a lie, but they go along with it anyway, desperate fools. But not I. Not I!
Damn.
I see the worm that killed my brother in my dreams every night.
So?
And I will not rest until he lies broken at my feet. Him and every last one.
You
of his
gotta
accursed
move
kin.
on, my guy. Like, you're already low. You're as bitter as the cold.
All
breeze.
this nonsense about
Your
kings of
hate.
Eld, as if I care what they did or didn't do. Makes no difference to me and mine. Have the dragons sued for peace in 1,000 years? Are they bollocks? It's a bloody ruse is what it is, and Sir Emmerich and the rest of them bloody fallen for it.
But what can we do? They believe, and naught we can say will ever change their minds. Whether we like it or not, man and dragon will come together at Vulcan's Nest, and all will be forgiven. Forgiven and forgotten.
We don't gotta forget. Thinking about it too much.
No. I will not let that happen.
Oh.
They will remember the true face of the enemy. I will show it to them. And we will rise up against them once more.
This big.
Hey! Hey! This is no time for napping.
Thank you. Where have you been? Where's that purple-haired magenta? Oh, everybody's dead. Everybody's dead.
Do you have your wits about you? Good. Come with me. We have a crisis on our hands.
Great, I figured. They took down Vidolfnir, right? There she is! Uh-oh. What's she gonna do?
Hear me, brothers and sisters. Do not be fooled by the honeyed words of the Dravanians. The peace they promise is but a prelude to slaughter. Remember, your husbands and wives never returned from war. Your children torn apart by fang and claw. All your loved ones shown no mercy. Does not your heart cry out for vengeance? Your blood boil at the injustice? Remember the face of your enemy, brothers and sisters. Remember it, and strike back!
Uh-oh.
You there! Don't just stand around gawping! Do something, man! Stop her!
Yes, my lord.
Shoot her right in the face. Click, clack, patty, whack. Oh! That's what you get.
See? See here the true nature of the Highborn. With lies and deception they lead us to our doom. And dare we raise our voices in dissent? Death is our reward. This is the choice they have given us, brothers and sisters. Death by dragon's fang, or death by nobleman's command. Death to all we hold dear.
Ooh.
I spit on your choices, noblemen! You will take no more from me! No more! No more!
Oh. Took her life.
What have you done?
I only did as you ordered, my lord.
Wow. That's a far bigger crisis than this uprising.
I gave no such order! I did not! I never meant for anyone to...
Oh, man. This is no good. This is no good at all. They're all gonna beat him up. Wow. What is going on, dude? Not a peaceful time at all. Alright. I dare say that could not have played out any worse. Given that the first commander and Lord Otterwell are not here to take control of the situation. Spoke with a messenger who said that they would be returning shortly, but until they do, naught will be done. Lord Manalaine has retreated to the barracks and is refusing to speak to anyone. Therefore, it falls to us to ensure that order has been fully restored. Come, let us walk the streets and speak with the people. They all hate the Highborn now. That's it. Highborn's done.
My wife and I fell while fleeing with the others at first. The Chichergans tended to our bruises afterwards.
Those mad fools have ruined everything. And for what? Yeah, honestly, bro. Are they up there? Yep. I'd heard the rumors that the young lord was a drunken fool. What imbecile thought it would be a good idea to let him have the run of Falcon's Nest? Well, I say him and Sir Emeric take their bloody change and shove it up their arses. Not be taken in by that rot again. Oh no. What about you, Jules? You hate everybody now. They were wrong to resort to violence, but when I heard her speak, her words were as a dagger in my heart. Who are we to decide that enough is enough? That their calls for justice can never be answered? Will this be the end of it? Or will there be others like them? And the true brothers? I do not want to bear steel against my kinsmen ever again. I do not know if I even can. Everybody's just a little shook. Not too bad. Not too bad. Alright, Thancred, what's the word?
Well, what say you?
Everybody hates the Highborn now, so the violence has passed, but the people are far from recovered. That is to be expected. For the moment, it appears that no innocents were harmed by the gods. Blame for all casualties can be placed squarely upon the protesters. Nevertheless, the people will not soon forget the image of a young lordling ordering the public execution of an unarmed protester, one whose words resonated with the hearts of many. After all, who among us has not lost loved ones? You don't speak for anyone, Thancred. Let's see, we got the Fireblade, Battle Axe, Gate, or Katana. Well, there's this. That's pretty cool. Item level 224. Thancred would like nothing more than to leave Falcon's Nest behind. Consequences. Lord Arturel and the First Commander should have returned by now. Yes. To the tavern, then. The first order of business will be to speak with Lord Manalaine, and I somehow doubt that he has moved an ilm since we last saw him. I'm pretty sure he vomited all over him.
Terrell, what do you have to say for this?
Fury take me, what a disaster. I should never have left. And you? Nothing, of course. Hey, we should have vetted them better, alright? My apologies, Olivia. I bear full responsibility for this debacle. There will be a time for that later. I, for one, am more concerned about picking up the pieces. What do we know? According to initial reports, the protest was orchestrated by the young woman whom Lord Manalaine ordered shot. She and her conspirators infiltrated Falcon's Nest, posing as servants and guests. Several were taken alive, others resisted and were struck down. Still others took their own lives. Our forces suffered casualties as well, but by the grace of the Fury, no civilians were seriously injured. Still, more remarkably, the ringleader yet lives, for the time being at least. The Cherugians are doing what they can for her. She may not live through the night. Given their impeccable timing, it is like that the convictors who drew us away from the hamlet were in league with the protesters. Accordingly, we have detained them for questioning. I'll be sworn that these villains spent as much effort plotting failure of this peace conference as we did its success. Well, if the mood of the hamlet is any indication, theirs have been the more fruitful labors. In the wake of the protests, the people seem disillusioned. You spoke with them then, I see. Sir Emeric placed his trust in me. It will be difficult to explain what has happened here. Remember how far we have come, First Commander. The people's faith may be shaken, but we convinced them before, and we will do so again. If we can but find a means to remind them, to show them once more the promise that change holds for all, and this tragedy too shall pass into the past. We must pray that you are right. Nevertheless, for the time being, I have no choice but to suspend the peace conference pending Sir Emeric's final decision. Under the circumstances, I cannot leave Falcon's Nest. Olivia, will you deliver my report to the Lord Commander in my stead? I guess. I thought I was getting a break. Get up, Manolete. You're going with her. Go on without me. I was not asking. You will answer for your actions in person. Is that clear? Yes, my lord. Come on, Roy. Your manservant is not here. In fact, we have not seen him for some time. Uh-oh. Roy? Not Roy! Sworn he was... That boy's like super young. Is he part of the conspirators too? I too had best remain here for a time. I should hope that the worst is past, but it's too early to say for certain. Once I have determined that my presence is no longer required, I will return to the capital as well. Pray give my regards to the Lord Commander. And you? What are you doing here? Why weren't you here before? Oh, you're speaking to me? Sorry, I spent so much time... Ah, there he is. What are you doing all the way over here, bro? Oh, is he dead?
On a what?
On a raw.
No, no. What have they done to you? Onawa! Onawa!
Is that you, my lord? You seem rather flustered.
Well, look at you, bro.
Because of you, you imbecile! What in the seven hells happened to you?
My apologies. Some few of the guests expressed a wish to leave, and I implored them to stay. It would seem they took issue with my request.
Gods forgive me. If I had only been more careful with my words.
See what you did in Manolete.
Do not blame yourself, my lord. I know that you and your brother have Ishgard's best interests at heart. That poor woman. She lives in the past, clinging to the memories of the lost. But the future holds so much promise, so much joy. And you know that better than any.
Somebody get this man a churro turgeon.
Calm yourself. The boy will live. But it's imperative we get him inside and into the care of a Chirurgeon without delay.
Chirurgeon? How are you? What? I like to jerk.
Oh, we were so close! Why does it all have to fall to pieces? Don't they want to live in peace? Don't they want to be happy? We all want the same thing! And still it falls to pieces! Tell me, what was I supposed to do? Someone, anyone, tell me, what was I supposed to do?
I would have done the same thing. I would have punched him right in the not him, but the girl. Shoot.
Stop looking to others. You make your choice and you live with the consequences.
Maybe he can't see through that eye now. Now he's covering it when he didn't have it covered when he had that helmet. Hey. Calm down.
And what would you know about consequences? You who always know just what to say and just what to do. Your every deed is greeted with a round of applause.
Oh! Wow, dude.
You know nothing about me.
Falcon!
I have fought tooth and nail for the people I hold dear. Done everything in my power to save them. And I have failed.
His lips aren't moving.
Learn to live with it. I have.
Oh, thank Red. Oh. These are tense times. I will take him to the Chirurgeons. It is the least I can. ... Ellipsis. These two are probably on the same quest I was. Chirurgeons. I may have overreacted. It needed to be done. It was becoming hysterical. I understand the desire to look for reasons, or excuses, to convince yourself you had no choice. But the past is the past, and there is naught to be gained from reliving your mistakes. I know this. I'll take the battle axe, bro. Ha. What's next? Oh, augmented hellfire claws. Tancred has lost all patience with Lord Manley. Choices. I have no desire to wait for the Lordling to emerge from his puddle of self-pity. We have important matters to attend to, Ishgard. Alright. Guessing we gotta go to the congregation of our knights most heavenly. Oh, the Count is here. We received troubling reports from Falcon's Nest. What befell you there? Oh, man, you about to get an earful, my guy. Word of the demonstration and its resolution outstripped you, Olivia. Every man, woman, and child of Ishgard has heard the tale. It is rumored that my youngest lack of judgment was to blame. Of course, such stories are prone to exaggeration. What exactly came to pass? I punched him in his face. He was getting hysterical, as I was saying. I see. So that is the truth of it. Regardless of his intent, the result is undeniable. He has furthered the cause of the misguided few who cannot. Excuse me. He has furthered the cause of these misguided few who cannot let go of the past. In an instant, the delicate peace we were poised to forge is once more beyond us. To dwell so deeply on the war and the vengeance it begets, only for that to be taken away. Is it any wonder that they were bereft? For what was the sacrifice? We not to show for our suffering. I thought peace a sufficient salve, but mayhap I was mistaken. We are warriors, Lord Edmund, and and ours is a nation built on centuries of warfare. Right or wrong, this is who we are, and we deny it at our peril. To hold on to the past without being beholden to it. We must needs find a way to honor the sacrifice of our forefathers without glorying in their excess. A difficult path, to be sure. We dare not deny the scars which mar our nation's soul, lest we spare other disillusioned souls to retrace them. But as you say, we dare not revel in past glories either, for they are tainted all. A clear, unambiguous enemy and an undeniably righteous cause. It is a bitter reflection, but lies thought were there who did long serve to unite us.
No truth will ever serve as well, I fear. Yet, we are not without options.
At our last meeting, a proposal was tabled by the other members of the Eorzean Alliance for joint military exercises to strengthen the ties between our nations and test our readiness to meet with a common threat. I had thought to delay these exercises until after the peace conference, but mayhap a grand melee would be just the thing to lift our beleaguered spirits. Better still, an occasion for the Temple Knights and the Watch to take the field as allies. A unified Ishgardian force filled with men and women from all walks of life, which would stand against a coalition of the allied nations' finest. Hosted by Ishgard in the shadow of the Gates of Judgment. A victory under such circumstances would serve as a reaffirmation, nay, a declaration to all and sundry that we are as strong and united as ever. Such a victory would do much to fan the flames of patriotism, it is true. But if we should be defeated, though, even to hold our own against the cream of the three nations might be presented as a triumph. Very well. You may count on my support for what little it is worth. However, I have a request. I would have my son, Emmanuel, take part in the grand melee. By his deeds has he brought shame upon Ishgard, and so by his deeds I would have him bring our nation honor. As you wish, my lord. If that is his desire, then it shall be so. Now then, we have no time to lose, Olivia. Would you be so kind as to deliver my instructions to Lucia? I shall write to the Alliance leaders at once and begin making arrangements for the grand melee. Should you chance to see my son, pray inform him of his duty. If he has not already returned, he will soon enough, making every effort to avoid me. What is this grand melee? I was reading it, but I did not get it. So this is our solution. A grand melee to unite the people? And what part would they have you play in this affair, I wonder? You, whom they have taken into their confidence, upon whom they have come so heavily to rely. And will you oblige when the proposition is made? Will you stand for Ishgard once more? We have come this far, have we not? I will stand for my friends and comrades, not a nation. Is it getting to be a bit much, isn't it? But like Luffy, I will stand with my friends and my comrades. A poor choice of words, for friends tried and true then, the living and the lost. So for this grand melee of his, Sir Myrick wishes to field a force comprising both his Temple Knights and Hilda's Watch, yes? I can only imagine what she will have to say about that. In fact, curiosity compels me to go and see for myself. But, it is getting to be a bit much, yo. That's like, a lot has happened there. Well met, Olivia. Have you spoken with Sir Myrick? Yeah, he's telling us that we gotta go fight, bro. Like, a lot of people. I was aware of the Alliance's request, so Sir Myrick would turn these exercises into a spectacle for the masses. It is not that I doubt the efficacy of such a plan. Indeed, I know its effectiveness only too well, having witnessed it firsthand. Nevertheless, he has not given me reason to doubt his intentions, and there are desperate times indeed. I will select knights for the event forthwith. As for the watch, I guess we'll talk to Hildur. Did he know how considerate of Master Thancred to seek out for our young watch commander on his own volition? Alas, he acted prematurely. Pray deliver this list of watch candidates to Hildur, and I will have her best men, not her most dispensable. Hey, okay, so I have a list for you. Thancred's been telling me all about Sir Merrick's grand soiree. Seems we're expected to join in. It's nice of him to invite us and all, but I hope he knows what he's doing, because we ain't dressed to dance with professional bleeding soldiers. Well, seems the first commander's gone and handpicked her guests. Can't say I disagree with her choices, though. She's got a good eye. Will you be fighting too? Reckon it'd inspire the lads if it were. Might take their minds off getting their hides tanned and all. Think about it, eh? I hate to ask, but you haven't seen our favorite lordling, have you? I thought not. On the assumption that he is not to be found in his father's loving embrace, I suggest we split it up and look for him. I will search foundation and you the pillars. Hey, wake up. I carried on a roar to the manor. Our best Hyrugians are tending to him as we speak. He has yet to wake, but surely he will. But yeah, Hyrugians, bro. So father has volunteered me for this grand melee of theirs. My beloved family always making my decisions for me. Hey, shut up, dude. You got somebody shot. No, it's not like that. It's just... You wouldn't understand. How could you? You are free to be the woman you want to be, whereas I... son of a house full of pawn. Do you not see? My future was determined before I was born. What I could and could not do. Right or wrong, that was the way of it, until the old order began to crumble. Now we wander amidst the rubble, searching for a purpose, or a place. All around me, brave men and women rise to the occasion. With faith and conviction, they dedicate themselves to the cause, but not I. I was terrified of making the wrong choice, which is why I let better men make them for me. Do this, do that, take this duty, guard this conference. I suppose I convinced myself I was above it, until your friend showed me otherwise. When I saw on her wall, I just wanted to scream. Wanted someone to blame. In the end, there was only me. So you see, I cannot meekly bow my head and accept father's command. Such cowardice is what brought me to this point. I will go to Sir Merrick and I will make my own decision. You better fight, that's all I gotta say. And you better die, because, you know, I'm pretty sure she's gonna die too. Alright, let's recruit tonight, right? That's where we get... No, not here. Not here. That's a really tall room.
Lord Commander, if I may, I wish to speak with you before the Grand Melee.
So glad I don't have to read.
Proceed.
How do you do it, my lord? How do you lead with such certainty, when so many of our countrymen will not hear of peace with the Dravanians?
Some of them hate you almost as much as the dragons themselves. They decry you as a patricide in the streets. They even tried to kill you, for God's sakes. Yet still you march on, undaunted, where no archbishop dared to tread. What is your secret? Where do you find the strength?
Where do you find the strength?
For centuries, our nation has been punished for the sins of our forefathers. If our punishment is to end, I believe we must right the wrongs of antiquity and move forward as a nation united. Needless to say, my father did not share this opinion. He did not believe the people strong enough to bring about their own deliverance, trusting only in himself. Tyranny seemed to him the only solution. But I have faith in the people, Lord Amanalain. I have faith that they will weather this storm and overcome every trial we set before them. Many have fought and died to see this blight upon our nation's history cleansed, and I would not let their sacrifices be in vain. Though we invite reprisals, the risk is worth the reward.
I want to believe. I do. Lord Commander, through my careless orders, a pall has been cast over these proceedings, and I beg the opportunity to make amends. I, Amanalain de Forton, do hereby request leave to take part in the Grand Melee.
The Grand Melee.
Who am I to deny such a heartfelt plea? We would be honored to have you join the fray, my lord.
You will take charge of the Ishgardian forces.
For all my other responsibilities, I am still Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and I would not soon yield this duty to another.
The esteemed Sir Emeric leading the Temple Knights and the Watch into battle along with my youngest. I could wish for no more.
Bro, that guy's voice is so good.
Then you wish for too little, my lord. There is another who might yet join the fray. An indispensable ally to whom we owe much and more.
Yeah, about that. Oh, okay, no. They got hype music going on now.
An adventurer beholden to none who nevertheless chose to champion our cause, who has shared in our suffering and in our glory. A warrior without equal, who I am privileged to call a friend. There is no one I would rather have fighting by my side.
Will you fight? No.
I ask this in full knowledge of your obligations, and will not think less of you should you refuse. But if your conscience will allow it, might you oblige me, my friend? One more time.
One more time.
Well, we fought in the vault. We will fight again.
That's right.
Together we shall give the people a spectacle for the ages, a celebration to mark the dawning of a new era.
I'm glad I'm going in as a monk. It's gonna be a grand melee indeed. You would not have come this far were it not for you, Olivia. It's been an honor and a privilege. Gods help me. I think I might be in love. I dare say I might be cheating too. Your mere presence is enough to turn the tides of most battles. Did you see the way his eyes lit up when you nodded? It was a look of boundless relief and joy. One would think a politician more practiced at concealing his emotion. Still, his honesty does him credit. For a moment, I was fair inspired to pledge myself to the cause. That would be improper. This is their fight, and yours, but not mine. Give me those hellfire claws, right? Those are for the monk? Yes. Alright, we're gonna finish it off there. the next quest will be a spectacle for the ages. I see it's gonna be, what am I gonna do? Victory? Nice, dude. I get an emote. Augmented torrent, longbow, musketoon, hailstorm, rod. Oh, what does that look like? Nice. It's okay, I guess. But yeah, alright, that does it for this episode. The next one, there's gonna be a grand melee. So be there. Big old fight. Peace out, y'all, and have yourself a good night.